everything changes.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Rockstarflipper YouTube channel. December 23rd, you might not see this until Christmas Eve, the 24th of 2019, but a lot of people have been asking me, what are my goals for 2020? So I went ahead and I came up with 5 goals. One of these is personal and 4 of them are business. So let's just jump into my personal and business goals for 2020, the new year, going forward. So number 1 is I would love to do $500,000 in gross revenue, which should put me at the profit margin that I want to be at. $500,000 in gross revenue. That's number 1. Everyone always wants to know the sales numbers and everything. So that is the goal for 2020, which comes out to doing like, I think 13 or 14, I think it's like 1350 to 1400 per day in total revenue across all platforms. That's eBay's, Amazon's, Poshmark's, Instagram direct selling, Shopify, YouTube, social media, everything, training, everything that I do, all 12, 13 streams of income, $500,000 in revenue with the profit margins being, at some level of 50% or higher at least. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is that I want to get a podcast, a proper podcast going. If you guys don't already know, I have a podcast at Anchor. If you download the Anchor app, it's just called Anchor, like on a boat. It's purple. It's free podcasting. You can listen. My podcast is also on Spotify and iTunes and Google Play and Pocket Caster and Stitcher and everywhere else under Rockstar Entrepreneurs. I uploaded about 5 or 6 episodes with my friend Chris and Keith, and so I want to get a proper guest and setup going for the podcast. Again, I'm going to buy another microphone and get the proper setup going. So for 2020, that's going to be the goal, to have a proper podcast. Okay, so that's goal number 2. Speaking of the podcast, my personal goal for this year is by the end of the year to have this house. It's been a wonderful, amazing house for 6 years. To list this house, sell it, or be in the process of selling it, to move into a bigger house. And the reason is, if you don't know, my fiance Caitlin has a photography business where she would love to have a dedicated room for her in-studio shoots so that we don't have to rent an office. Now, in this area, there are houses that above the garage are huge mother-in-law suites. And in fact, some of them have just plain Jane bonus rooms. They're about 1,000 square foot. They're above the garage. So out back of the house will be the garage. You can walk in through that side door, go up the steps, and it's a proper, separate area. Some of them have kitchens and bathrooms and like living room, bedroom setups, and some of them are just huge open square rooms. So we want to get something like that where she can set up a proper studio. But on the flip side, when she's not doing her shoots during my scheduled time, I can have that room or part of that room sectioned off with audio foam and padding to do the podcast. And also I can set up a backdrop to maybe do some different scenes and whatnot for the YouTube videos. So it'll be a place for both of us to use to work, and possibly set up some desks with some computers and kind of separate work from home. So that's goal number 3, to upgrade the house. This house is great. It's been fantastic with just the 2 of us, plenty of space. But it's time to upgrade and maybe continue on in those other goals. So that's number 3, upgrading the setup and the business and the podcast and all that stuff to go with goal number 2. Okay, goal number 4 is that I already have my email open. Anyone can ask me questions 24 hours a day, and I answer as much of them as possible. But I want to open that up to more people. I want people to use it. I want people to ask me for help, to email me when they need resources or links or videos, to email me if they want to buy packages or training or get this and that. I want them to know that rockstarflipper@gmail.com comes directly to me, and I answer all of them myself. There are times where I may get help with questions that are generic, that are easy, like what's the maximum for first class, 16 ounces? Well, Kate can answer that, or somebody else could answer that. But 99.99999% of all emails and questions are answered. Right now it's 100%, but at some point it may become where I have somebody answer a few, but probably not. I am a control freak, so I answer everything on my own. So that would be goal number 4, is to get more people to utilize my emails and help and check things out. And so that's goal number 4. Goal number 5 is the YouTube channel, this that you're watching right here. I would love to double the size of this channel, and it's not about subscribers. People think that YouTubers want more subscribers, perhaps to get paid more money or for fame or for something like that. We don't get paid more money for subscribers. There are people with millions of subscribers that make no money, and people with 1,000 subscribers that make way more money than those people. So subscribers do not equal money. It's views. And of course, getting more views would be an awesome goal. But I want more subscribers, and that's the important number to me, even though it doesn't mean more money, because it means that more people are learning and actually doing a business for their self, actually getting out from underneath that 9 to 5. And so that's the most important thing. There's no other reason to make these videos. Getting paid is nice, but you can't retire off of it. And even if it is a good chunk of change, the emails I get from folks telling me that they quit their job because they're making more reselling or more on social media or whatever they choose to do is so much more rewarding and more important. So I want to reach as many people as I can. And if you know anyone who might be interested, who's not a reseller or not on social media, who may be interested in possibly changing their lives in 2020 and getting on to reselling or Amazon or social media or making a YouTube channel or whatever it is, have them come over here, subscribe to this channel, watch some of the videos, and hopefully I can help inspire them to do it. Whether they pay me, whether they watch one video or no videos or whatever interaction they have with me, as long as it motivates them and pushes them to at least take that first step, then that's satisfying enough and that's good enough. So that's goal number 5 for 2020, is to kind of push as many people as I can to take that first step. So 5 goals for 2020. What I want you guys to do, and I know it's going to take you a minute, you might have to think about it, and you don't have to do 5, you can do 1 or 3 or 5. Put it in the comment section. Tell me your goals for 2020, personal goals. Tell me your goals for business. Tell me both. Tell me whatever you want to tell me, but put it in the comment section your goals for 2020 going forward. Hopefully you enjoyed mine. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed this channel, and we'll get to talk real soon again. Enjoy your Christmas. I have a video coming out to everybody and out to my email. If you're not on my email list, I'll link it below. Special email for everyone with some holiday wishes, and I'll post it on this channel as well. Have a wonderful night, everyone, and I will see you real soon.